Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we proudly present the spirits of Norway.
Harambe Wildlife Reserve was created to meet the growing challenges that face our native wildlife here in Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance.
Now, here are the latest Toontown scores. 6-5, 5-6, and 0-zip.
Just stay in your seats, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll blow you up as soon as possible. You know what I mean.
WDW Radio, your information station.
Hello, my friend, and welcome to the WDW Radio Show, your Walt Disney World information station. I am your host, Lou Mangello, and this is show number 529. And I'm here once again, not only to help you have the best vacation experience when you go to the Disney parks, but I also want to bring you a little bit of Disney magic wherever you are, not just with the podcast, but with my videos, live broadcasts on Facebook every Wednesday night, books, audio tours, special events, and more. You can find everything over at wdwradio.com. I'd like to invite you to join me at the table again this week as we experience the romance of the Florida Keys at Disney's Old Key West Resort and an often overlooked dining experience, Olivia's. Nestled within the tranquil community of Conch Flats and surrounded by beautiful waterways and palm trees, Olivia's delivers a little bit of the Florida Keys with savory home cooking and service with a smile. And you might want to grab a snack before you start listening, because if you weren't hungry before, you will be. You will be. I'll then have the answer to our last Walt Disney World trivia question of the week, and I'll pose a new challenge for your chance to win a Disney Prize package. Then stay tuned to the end of the show, as I'll have more information about upcoming WDW Radio Meets of the Month this week in Disney Springs, your voicemails, announcements, and more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of the WDW Radio Show. Walt Disney World is full of hidden treasures, and when you hear me say hidden treasures, you know that obviously I'm going to be leading to food at some point. But I think a lot of times these hidden treasures are hiding in plain sight, but maybe take a little bit of work to get to or to even think about adding to your radar. And for me, one of my favorite places to visit, even sometimes as a local to stay for staycations, is Disney's Old Key West Resort. It was the original Disney Vacation Club resort, and over the years it has thankfully not lost any of the charm or appeal that I think continues to make this a favorite for so many people that literally call this resort home. The accommodations are huge, especially compared to some of the newer resorts. The resort just feels like home, and for me, I think Olivia's at Old Key West is that hidden gem that, unless you've come here and stayed here, you might not ever think about going to. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My opinion is that you should just come for breakfast and stay all the way through dinner. This way you can have all the different menus. But today, I wanted to visit because I'm hungry, but really more so because I wanted to share with you what you may or may not have been missing for all this time. So we're going to review Olivia's today during lunch, early enough that it's almost sort of brunch, or late enough that it's sort of dinner, and get a little sampling of anything through the menu. And of course, I could not do this by myself because that's just way too much food for me to eat without being judged. So I wanted to bring along some friends who are first-time visitors to the show, but long-time friends. It's the Megalio family. We first met, gosh, how many, what we were saying before, it's been...
I guess 2011?
2011, 7 years ago, when we got together for a tour, yeah? So introduce yourself and your family.
Okay, well, hello, Lou. I'm Will Megalio, and I'm from Flemington, New Jersey. And as you said, I've been listening to your show from probably back since actually in the previous incarnation prior to WDW radio. But
It's so funny how people are afraid to say mouse tunes.
I
Like
don't
it's a
know
bit.
if there's a
It's like
copyright there.
it's like the ex-wife nobody taught. No, it's totally cool, and thank you for listening for so long.
It's what got us excited about it and about podcasting in general. But I've always loved watching your show, or listening to your show, watching your YouTube videos, and then I brought my family in along for the ride on this one, and they've been watching and listening, and we met you doing a tour, as you said, in 2011, and since then we just have loved and enjoyed everything that you do, all the content you put out. But as you were saying earlier about your auctions that you do, you talked about, particularly touching a nerve with me, you talked about the charity that you choose. And the charity that you choose is Make-A-Wish, and specifically to help send children who might be sick or might be suffering and their families down to Disney World, which we always felt, my wife and I are both teachers, and we feel that we care very deeply about children, and we feel that something you had said where it's like it's great to have money for research, it's great to have money for cancer research and all sorts of illness research, but it's not necessarily going to trickle down to the kids that are sick now. And it's nice to be able to give them something where they can forget for a few days, or a week or so, and their families can forget, and they can just be kids. And that's a really great thing.
And that's exactly what prompted me to start it.
I'm Cindy McGallio. I teach 7 and 8-year-olds technology, and so my room is actually decorated in Disney style. My 4 tables are the 4 names of the 4 parks.
It's so funny that we say you teach kids technology, because as you get to be my age, they start teaching us. Like, no, you're doing Snapchat wrong.
No, absolutely. They do Google slideshows, and we do coding and all that kind of cool stuff. But every time that they watch Star Wars or they go to Disney, they have to let me know, give me all the details, and they get so excited. So this is all part of the experience.
And I don't think that I'm very old until this morning when we were talking, and I first met you during the first tour. You were in high school, and now you've graduated college?
That's right. I'm Karina McGallio. I just graduated Maryland Institute College of Art and Design in Baltimore, Maryland, and I graduated with a BFA in illustration. I've always loved going to Disney with my parents. I think we've counted 23 times, something like that. So I've been here a lot, and I love it every time. There's always something new here, so I enjoy it.
So I'm super excited to get into the menu, and Allie, our server, is coming over, and I'm so excited to hear specials and soups. Have at it.
All right, so our soup today is our chicken noodle soup, and that does have Mickey-shaped pasta. Our member special today is our shrimp and grits, because you can't get any more southern than that. You've got pepper jack cheese, you've got onions, peppers, of course, wonderful shrimp. That is for $22. Now, what is not written on our menu, but we do have, is our bacon cheeseburger. And you have a choice of fries, chips, or coleslaw, or even better, 50 cents more, onion rings, which are the best on property, or a salmon salad, which is also nice. Okay? All right. Well,
I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Now she said it's a member. Now I assume you don't have to be a member to have it, but you guys are Disney Vacation Club members, yeah? And this is your home resort?
No, actually, it's not. We're Beach Club members from back in 2002, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And our first vacation after that, we actually booked a family vacation with all of my wife's family, all of our family. So there's 17 of us all together. And we did the whole thing where you bank points and borrow points. We did everything we needed so we can get 2 bedroom suites. They didn't have at Beach Club. They didn't have a grand villa at that time anyway. And we're about 2 months out, we were like, maybe we should probably go down a few days just by ourselves to prep. So we and they're
mentally prep for having 17 family members together, right?
And I, like I said, my wife's a teacher. I too am a teacher. I'm a marching band director and an orchestra director, and we've traveled to Disney multiple times with 200 plus students. And I told you, it is not anywhere nearly as stressful as traveling with your family. I love them. We love them dearly. They're wonderful. We were so happy we did it. We've lost a couple of them now since then, but it was a wonderful experience, when we were doing it. But we decided to come down a few days earlier. So it was only a few months out, but there were rooms available from Old Key West. So that was the first place we stayed. And it was really nice. It was very enjoyable. We loved the space of the rooms, and I don't believe it was called Olivia's back then. I think it was something else. But it was a great place to eat here. The ambiance of the whole resort was fantastic. So, yeah.
I think this is such a laid-back resort, and it continues to have that. Even when it's busy here, it doesn't feel busy. So look, we're here on a Tuesday afternoon, right in primetime lunchtime, and if there were maybe 5 tables that were occupied. So, I mean, a lot of times you can walk right up to Olivia's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and be able to find a table because, again, unless you're staying here, I think it's so far off the radar. But my biggest takeaway from that is if you're going to travel with your large, in our case, Italian family, best to get there a couple days early just to mentally prepare yourself for what's to come. I remember ages ago, my dad, and I'm going to get choked up, my dad took my entire family and we all stayed at the Contemporary, and there was like 25. I can't even imagine what that must have cost them, but it was to say it was. I blocked out all the yelling and screaming at dinner, but it was such a wonderful memory that we had, especially with the different generations of kids and grandparents. So it's one of those things that if you're able to do, it's. You definitely save those memories. But speaking of making memories, yay! Our menus are here, and now so you guys have eaten here before. But how long has it been since you think you've been here?
Breakfast, though.
We've had breakfast. And the
Yeah.
lady at the front said, that was a long time ago. I think, well, I'm not going to say our ages, but I'm going to say your age, Karina. Karina's going to be 23 in September. And when we did this, it was her first trip, which was 2 going on 3. So it was literally 20 years ago. So that was when, and we had breakfast. So that wasn't our big stay. That was just a trip down ourselves. But so yeah, we haven't had the lunch or dining dinner experience. Although wait, or did we make sure we did something? But I don't think it was Olivia's back then. Don't ask me to remember what we ate.
That's all right. So, but listen, you guys have heard. Listen, you've been listening since Mousetoon days. Yeah. You've heard dining reviews. You know the way to do this is that we all have to get something different so we can sample it all. We're all family here, so it doesn't matter.
Order something different for everybody.
And what I love about Olivia's menu is it's a one-pager, but it's a big menu, especially here for lunch. There's 7 different appetizers, 6 different sandwiches, and 5 different entrees. Let's go through appetizers, and I'll talk slow because I'm so hungry. They have crab cakes, which are pan-seared and served with jalapeno aioli sauce, grilled pineapple salsa, and chayote slaw. I've had these before. They're meaty, and there's not a lot of filling. Those are really good. Excuse me. Olivia's own recipe of her conch chowder, Manhattan style, served with oyster crackers. That's $9.25. The homemade soup of the day we heard, the tomato mozzarella salad, conch fritters. Just so you know, we're getting conch fritters. I'm not going to even give you a choice in that matter. Served with key lime mustard and roasted pepper remoulade. That comes in at $12. And Olivia's house salad, I'm not going to let you order that, just so you know. You're prohibited from ordering salad. And the Caesar salad with chicken, shrimp, or steak, that's wonderful too, but you can't order that too. Under sandwiches, they have a Duval Street burger, which I love. It's topped with grilled shrimp, pepper jack cheese, avocado, and pico de gallo on a pineapple coconut roll. It's got protein and fruit and vegetables. It's the healthiest burger that you can find everywhere. And I have to ask, it used to be, and I'm not sure if it still is, it's been a while since, the burger is actually rectangular in shape. It's almost like a long, almost like a po' boy type sandwich. They have Miss Vicky's veggie burger, which is a plant-based veggie burger, as opposed to a meat-based veggie burger, topped with the cheddar on an onion roll. That's $15. Again, the Duval Street burger is $19. The fish BLT sandwich is a blackened fish with lettuce, tomato, and applewood smoked bacon. I'm so happy you said, ooh, that got me excited. They have a shrimp po' boy with lettuce, tomato salsa, roasted red pepper remoulade on a hoagie roll. The conch flat club sandwich, you all know what a club is, and the beef and blue with thinly sliced prime rib, blue cheese, fried onions, arugula, horseradish cream, and tomato jam at $17. But wait, there's more. There's steak with pommes frites, grilled steak with demi-glace, steak fries with truffle oil and parmesan, with an arugula salad. They have a southernmost buttermilk chicken, pork carnitas with Caribbean flavors served over lime rice, black beans, salad, and chimichurri. Callo hueso, maybe? I'm not sure. Shrimp pasta. Sautéed shrimp, zucchini, yellow squash, grape tomatoes, and with penne pasta and a pesto cream sauce. And this is the only salad you'd be allowed to get, is the Mallory Square Cobb salad, which is layers. It's layers of chilled shrimp, crab salad, bacon, egg, blue cheese, tomato, avocado with a key lime vinaigrette. That comes in at $19. As I quickly went through that menu, was there anything that jumped out at you? Wait, Allie, do you have something important to say?
Yes.
Don't tell me that.
About the house salad. Our house salad, if you've never had it before, it's mixed greens, spicy candied nuts. You also have fresh strawberries and amazing goat cheese with a citrus vinaigrette. Top that off with a nice grilled chicken. It is unbelievably awesome.
See, and you heard me tell them that they weren't allowed to order it, and now maybe you're kind of allowed to. You made it sound so good.
It makes it where you're having a nice meal, but it's not overpowering. That way you could save room for dessert.
Wait. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Well, I can't have alcohol on the clock.
What's your favorite thing on this side of the menu?
So, if you want something very healthy, our buttermilk fried chicken. What? It's got vegetables. It balances it out.
I love the way you think, Allie.
All right, so you got a boneless chicken breast, marinated in buttermilk, deep fried, because apparently us Southerners think, well, I'm not really a Southerner, but the South thinks that that's the way to go, and it is. Homemade mashed potatoes, green beans, with a country gravy on top. It is amazing. And again, you get your dairy, your meat, your vegetables.
She's like a female me. I love how you rationalize everything.
You can. I mean, it is healthy. There you go. If you want something nice and light, or if you even want to split something, our club sandwich is very big. Now, it's not like your normal club where you have more bread than meat. You have more meat than bread. You only just have 2 slices of bread, which is a multi-grain toast. So that makes it even better. And we make the turkey here. Of course, we don't have turkeys in the back, but we roast the turkey here. Trust me, I work with somebody, I used to raise turkeys, and she keeps asking me, where are your turkeys? And I keep telling her, they're gone, because she wants to eat them. And then you got nice lettuce, tomato, and bacon in there. Now again, we do have onion rings. You can always get it, any of the sandwiches, for 50 cents more, the best onion rings. So that's always an option. Those are 2 of my favorite on the menu. Now our fish BLT, that is with mahi. And what they do is they blacken it, which every fish should be blackened. Makes it even better. So, okay,
I'm more hungry and confused than I was before.
I totally succeeded. Now, how hungry are you?
Look at me, Allie. I mean, come on.
So you want the house salad?
No, I can't.
I had a guy out there have it with double chicken.
I know, but there's so many other good things.
All right.
Is the Duval Street burger, is it still like that long rectangular shape?
No, they never got the concept of a square or a rectangle burger. So, the Duval burger, it is on a coconut pineapple roll. So you got a nice little sweetness to that. You've got your burger cooked any way you want it. Fresh avocado, you got pepper jack cheese, salsa, and you also have mango ketchup on top. So with all of that and the bun, it levels it out with the sweetness to it, so it's wonderful. And we make everything in-house, so if you ever want to go a little bit different, we can always do different. For prime example, our Mallory Cobb salad is not like your normal Cobb salad. You've got shrimp and crab meat. Now, if you don't like shrimp, you can always get double crab meat, or vice versa. If you don't like either of those, we can always do grilled chicken. So, and that's got the fresh avocado. You've got, eggs, tomatoes, all that jazz with the citrus vinaigrette. Now, that is in a big bowl. So, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, right.
I know, I'm just adding all of
If this was a buffet, it would be my favorite restaurant on the planet because I literally want everything that you just said.
But if you were, unbelievably hungry and you love pasta, like my family does, we're Italian, it happens, our shrimp pasta It is almost like an Alfredo sauce. You've got shrimp, you've got spinach in there, you got fresh vegetables. That sauce, literally, if it could melt in your mouth, it would. So, and if you don't like seafood, you can always get it with chicken. If you don't eat meat, we can always do it a vegetarian. Okay?
Could you be my server at every restaurant? Because I love the way you describe everything, except now that I'm more confused now than I was before.
My real name is Alice, so apparently I was born to be a waitress.
Only people from our generation are going to get that reference, by the way, and find that as Alice.
It used to be a waitress.
Makes me feel old. No, I didn't mean it that way. Never mind, I get it.
Yeah.
You did that look, didn't you? I don't get it. Yeah. It actually came from a movie, Alice Don't Live Here No More. And it was, just go on TV Land. No,
I know TV Land. I loved Alice and Flo.
Yeah.
Kiss My Grits. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's like it's all coming back. Oh, speaking of grits, by the way.
4 fried chickens and a Coke.
That's Blues Brothers. We got a lot. The original.
There's only one Blues Brothers. You don't have to even bother saying the original. And don't even mention Blues Brothers 2000 is like Godfather 3. Like we just don't even mention it in
or Star
company.
Trek, the odd-numbered movies, right?
Yeah. See, this is why we're friends. You get it all. All right, so let's start simple. Let's start appetizers. Okay. We know that we're getting fritters. Anything else that you're seeing there that's jumping out at you? Crab cakes, Lou. Okay, we can get the crab cakes.
Is that what you were going to order? I'm just trying not to double. Are you ordering the crab cakes?
I can try some, yeah.
Well, you liked him from going to college in Maryland.
Oh, so we're gonna get like a real So I'm ordering I'm only getting them for you, just so we can compare exactly how. All right, so why don't we get some crab cakes and some conch fritters? Now, what are you guys thinking about for your actual entrees?
Oh my goodness. I was gonna just go right in with the buttermilk chicken. But then she started talking about everything else.
I know she wants the chicken.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about the southernmost buttermilk chicken.
Yes. Okay, good. There's one.
I'm thinking the Conch Flats club sandwich.
Okay.
I was looking at the fish BLT sandwich.
So the pressure's all on me. I would like half of a Duval Street burger and half of a beef and blue and half of a shrimp po' boy.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to do that for me. So
She sounded pretty flexible.
I know they all sound so good, but I think that the pineapple coconut roll and the avocado and the pepper jack is leaning me towards the Duval Street burger. Does that all work? We're all family here. We're all going to sample and share.
Sample and share. We're good. Yeah.
We make it family style even when it's not served family style.
We share a lot of meals when we go out to eat because we don't like to overeat with the heat and everything. So we share a lot of meals.
We share a lot of food, especially when we're here, and it's just it's cheaper. And it also, you'd be surprised. I mean, we can plus we can go to different things. Like we like to go to lounges. You turned us on to that. Yeah. We started, going to lounges and just like sampling some of the lounge food, and
that's the way to do it. Small portions, eating 6, 7, 8 times a day, just grazing your way around property I prefer that than. I can't say prefer because I like the long drawn out dinners too. But I love sort of picking and sampling your way, especially if you're on vacation here. Yeah. I think that's a great way to do it. You don't spend as much time in a restaurant, and you get a little bit of the different flavors. What is your favorite place to eat anywhere on property?
Well, we have a new one.
We went to Enzo's Hideaway for the family style Sunday night dinner.
Wait, I was just there.
When were you?
On Sunday.
Oh, we were too.
We missed you. That would have been. I said, why is Lou not here? I mean,
Lou was there.
we were pretty good there. We were early. What was that? 5 o'clock?
So was I.
Are you kidding? We just must have we were so focused on the food.
Right.
Amazing. Yeah. Every single thing was it was too much. And then they kept asking if we wanted to take it with us, but we didn't know where to keep it. But it was so good.
So obviously this is completely unprompted, and so I'm so happy to hear that because we're both our names end in vowels. We are from the Northeast, where our standards for Italian food I think are understandably high. It's sometimes difficult to find it. We were so impressed with the quality, the quantity of the food that she got. Unlike you, we took 6 boxes of food home because she refilled the pasta, even though it wasn't empty. She's like, I'll refill this for you, wink, wink, and gave us like 2 things of pasta. So we brought a lot of food home, but we loved
really
it.
Surprised, like after we had the meal, and then they came over with the salmon. You know, we had everything in the bowl, and then they're like, oh, and here's some salmon.
And it was like Yahtzee. Like, I didn't even. It was fun. And the meatballs, like, I'm a meatball guy. The sausage they were spicy.
On that meatball because, you know, we're actually, believe it or not, you know, we have some Italian in our family, but my father was actually Greek.
Wow.
Yeah, my grandfather was Magalios, and they dropped the S at Ellis Island. Why, I don't know. They moved to a Greek neighborhood, but what are you going to do? But anyway, but they did, you know, we had enough Italian other relatives that we did cook a lot. And so the meatball, we were ready to be judgmental.
Oh, no, I was planning on going in thinking it was going to be, you know, good Italian food. We thought it was great Italian food. And as locals, it's a place that we find, you know, for Sunday dinner was a big thing for us.
Yeah.
I could see us going back, the 4 of us, or with extended family. So it's good to hear from somebody else.
And there were only 3 of us, and it seems like what we had left over was enough for like that 4th person.
Yeah.
So too bad we didn't bring like a homeless person and come eat with us.
Somebody to help. Here, eat with us.
Right, if you're a homeless, like that's where you want to just be hanging out outside some of the restaurants because like you'll eat really, really well. But I did, and I love the meats and the cheeses, and I could just do that all day.
And the food was great, but the environment, like the atmosphere was so cool. And Karina was asking, being an artist, she was asking about how they did the walls, and they had people come in, like 2 artists, I think she said, come in and just like draw all over the walls as they would do if it were like a speakeasy.
Yeah, you really get a sense of story and place when you're there.
They it was just one artist who brought in a bunch of different artists, like kind of helping with this like wall, and they just sketched all over it. I don't want to give it away.
Well, it's all right.
It's fine. I don't want to give. Oh yeah.
Describe
Like if you look closely, there's like really beautiful sayings, but there's also just like chemistry notes and like there's actual like diagrams of like. I don't know. It's just really funny. There's a DNA strand in there. It's really fun, and it's like
so. It's an educational opportunity as well. Right.
There you go. And like every time you sit near the wall, you can always look at different things. There's so many little things in there. It's really fun.
I prefer to look at the case of meats and cheeses the whole time. You set your back to the wall.
And I was impressed, but every course, there they were, right next to the meat and cheese fridge, mixing it, slicing the meat, slicing the cheese. Oh, that wheel of cheese.
It's like please, stop it. I'm sweating already. Where's Allie? She needs to take my order quickly. I'm going to start. But speaking of theming and environment, I think that's one of the things that I love about Old Key West, too. You know, all the Disney resorts are rooted in story. And having been to Old Key West, been to real Key West in the past, you get that sense of we're ready whenever you are. I'm just stalling for time. I'm so hungry. All we're doing is talking about food. But I love the pastel colors and the ceiling fans and just how open and airy it is. When I say that it's warm, but it's I don't mean warm in Florida. Right.
You know,
relaxing and comfortable. And we're staying right now, before we get into our DVC resort, we're staying at the French Quarter. And that is beautiful. All the units are painted differently. We have the brand new rooms. I think we're the first people to stay.
Nice.
In Building 7. And it's beautiful. They have the floors, the
raised beds.
It's modern, but it still feels warm and comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really very nicely done, very comfortable.
I love that resort. I love it's the smallest resort on property, which has a lot of appeal for me. So it doesn't feel crowded even when it's full.
Yeah.
I love the pool, and I love Scat. I haven't reviewed Scat Cats Club. I haven't been there in ages, but I think it's one of the better counter service locations anywhere since they redid it. Yeah. We've been there for breakfast and lunch.
You talk about shrimp
and
dinner.
Yeah.
I mean the shrimp and grits.
Oh wait a minute, we're gonna get a shrimp and grits too. Well, don't make those faces. Like, how do we not get shrimp? I think it's almost illegal not to get shrimp and grits at Olivia's.
Okay.
I almost forgot that it was on the menu. We'll finish it, or you know. And if not,
you'll have 6 more boxes to take home.
This is all part of my master plan. Don't worry.
Do you guys ever cook meals at home? If I lived as close as you live, I would not.
It's and listen, with so many amazing restaurants here, there's a lot of different opportunities to come. We are so excited and so ready. Although they're judging me about how much we're about to order, but I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
She's prepping herself.
And I'm gonna look at you to see if I'm doing this right or not. Based on your reaction. We're gonna start off, of course, with conch fritters.
Yes.
I think we have to, by law, get a crab cake.
Yes.
And then ladies first.
Oh, for the entree? Oh, I'd like the buttermilk chicken, please.
The fish BLT sandwich.
Now, with that, you have a choice. I'm so sorry. You have a choice of fries. Homemade potato chips are evilly delicious. Coleslaw, which is a vinegar base, so it's nice and light. Or 50 cents more, the onion rings.
I'll go with the evil potato chips.
I'll get the Conch Flats club sandwich.
Wonderful. And your choices?
Oh,
I can go through them again.
just go through them again. I'm sorry.
All right, so we have our fries, our chips that were evilly delicious, coleslaw, which is a vinegar base. Yeah, no, that's healthy. Or the onion rings.
I'll do the onion rings. The onion rings, please.
That's the way to go.
I was waiting for someone. I would like the now round Duval Street burger, please.
How would you like that?
Medium.
Ready?
And I would love French fries with that, so I can eat some of his onion rings. Are there a lot of onion rings, or should I get my own onion rings?
Listen, you can get fries anywhere. Go with the onion rings.
Go with the onion rings. All right. And would it be borderline offensive if I got us an order of shrimp and grits to also sample too?
No, not at all.
That's not too much food, is it?
Not at all. I mean, and then we got dessert at the end. So, I mean, we're good. I mean, I could bring a plate for myself. I haven't eaten.
Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. We're all family here.
Oh, wait, I'm going on a cruise in a couple of months. Never mind.
Okay. Oh, you said months. You got plenty of time.
To lose 60 pounds. All right. Your appetizer will be out very shortly. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Take this out of the way.
Yes, there's a full drink menu, but we just choose to eat our calories instead.
Yeah, that's such a waste.
So I have to say, and when I do these dining reviews, we walk in like a normal guest. I don't call ahead. I don't let them. Your server can make or break your meal. What a difference and what a pleasure. And if this is consistent at Disney, is the quality of servers is not necessarily just based in the service itself. It's in the way that it's the connection and the dialogue and the attention that they give every single guest, which I love.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like this server could have had gotten thrown by this, by the microphone, and but she just kind of took it and went with it, and said, okay, this is a little different. I'm going to run with it, do it this way, and she opened up, and it was great. So.
Yeah, and I think that's what is part of the Disney difference. You can teach somebody to serve. You almost sometimes can't teach that sort of interaction with guests, and it makes all the difference to me.
It's almost like they need to be auditioned rather than interviewed.
And that's why they're cast. That's why they audition for a role, and they're not employed as servers. So, so round one just came to the table. I smelled it before she even set it down.
Yes.
We got the crab cake and the conch fritters. You get a single crab cake about, I don't know, maybe a little bit small in baseball size.
Yeah, 2-inch in diameter.
Looks like it's got some
mango chutney.
Some mango chutney on the side. So if one of you would like to do the honors and slice it up, we can all take a little taste.
I'm closest.
Go ahead.
Is it 4 pieces?
Yeah, 4 pieces, right?
Sure.
All right. Ooh, it's dense. It's definitely dense.
Cut faster.
I'm working on it. All right, so.
Nicely browned.
There you go, ladies. Have at it.
Thank you.
So what does this look like? That's yours.
Look at how he tried to steal a piece of your
I
quarter.
was holding it there. I'm married 24 years. I know. Share and share alike, right?
Bring it.
Go for it. So get some of this chutney in there too.
So the first thing I notice, and what I love, is not just the texture, like you said, that little bit of crunch on the outside, but it's a crab cake. It's not a breading cake with a little bit of crab, as you'll find often. And there's a spiciness to it.
Yes.
Not in a heat, but in a spice. So there's a little bit of a depth of flavor. I'm gonna go back and get a little bit with the.
Having some of it with the mango at the same time. It's a unique flavor. Because I feel the kick of it. There's a kick in it, but get some mango with it. It's really, really good. It's different. I mean, almost a different experience. Not that it wasn't bad by itself.
Yeah, that sweetness sort of offsets.
Yeah.
The spice a little bit, and you also get a little bit of the texture with the crunch from there. So, Marilander, what do you think?
I think I feel like it does melt in your mouth a little bit, which is really nice. The texture's really good. It's not super like dense, but it's like just right. It's really good. I'd say it's very good.
It's creamy on the inside, crunchy on the outside, right amount of spice. Very good.
Yeah, and the spice sort of sits on the palate a little bit. That little piece that's left, that's got to be for one of you.
Got to be one of you guys. Kenny, you want to grab it?
Remember what I'm getting later, you know that.
I know. And we'll remember that we're going to want to share what you just did.
But that's good, because now we can move on to the little basket of conch fritters. I love the presentation.
Is this a finger food?
Listen, we're all family. It's a finger food, and there's 2 different dipping sauces. Just go and have at it. Knock yourselves out.
What do we got here? This looks like it might be that lime or the key lime mustard again.
I'm just going to dip. I got my.
What are the?
You're pointing to a plate.
I'm sorry, pointing to the sauces. The sauces are.
All right, so you have your key lime mustard and your remoulade. Okay. So keep this sauce, the remoulade. Keep that when your onion rings come. Dip it.
She's so good.
Let me go ahead and get you a new fork.
Thank you, sorry.
I got the one at me.
I got so excited. Sorry.
Saying, don't forget to don't delete that one out. You threw it at me.
So I had my first one. I had the key lime, and you get a basket. There's probably 8 to 10 or so ballparking in there. They're probably a little smaller than golf ball size. Thoughts? Oh my God! I did it again. Clearly.
Did you throw something again?
I knocked my.
Did you just throw your fork again?
I'm so sorry. I got excited about the fritters.
He's real excited. All right.
Do you have a high chair and a kitty serving the non?
We're gonna put a string around you like the mittens when we were kids. They built the string around. Normally I have somebody cut my food for me. Thank you. I'm gonna put it over here. Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
All right. So thoughts on the fritters?
Okay. Well, I don't think we've ever had conch fritters before. Very similar in texture to hush puppies, right? A little bit. But definitely, obviously a little more flavor, a little more flavorful. Really good. Just very enjoyable. Like almost like a breading, not breading, a bread kind of consistency on the inside, but again, crunchy on the outside. Both sauces really good.
I agree. Both sauces great. My mouth is still full here. Delicious.
I really like it too. My dad said this, pretty much said what I was going to say, but I will say I like it with the key lime, the yellow sauce. It's much better with. That's just me, but I like it.
I agree with you 100%, and I'm actually disappointed in one thing. I was kind of hoping that you guys weren't going to like these, so I could have had more, but that's okay. We have plenty more food coming, so But like this is right up my alley. Just picky food like this with little dipping sauces. Go ahead, that's all you, man. I live here. No, just have them both. Go ahead. No, eat. Go ahead, have the other one.
I don't want to get you full.
You're not gonna have that. Go ahead. Thank you. That's all you. And that last one's for yours.
You sure?
That's
Would
positive.
you like to split one with me?
No, that's okay. I'll just sit here with tears in my eyes and watch you guys eat those last.
Is it alright to use my finger? Yeah.
Of course it is.
Double dip.
Oh, you can double dip.
No, I didn't.
I like the lime.
I think the lime was
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say that, what is it? Remoulade or Remoulade or Romulan or I am looking forward to trying that with onion rings. So
again, really nice, great appetizer to share with the table too. So go ahead, go knock yourself out. I'm so excited, although I have not dropped my fork for a fourth time. Our food just came out. First thing first, we eat with our eyes. The portion sizes are massive. It's practically like a whole chicken that you've got on your plate. That biscuit looks delicious, smothered in gravy. You've got green beans. My Duval Street burger I was afraid I was going to get like 2 or 3 onion rings. You get a nice big pile of onion rings. Your sandwich with your chips, and look at how pretty that shrimp and grits is in the middle.
It's like a ball of grits.
Right, I know. I almost don't know where to start first.
I think what I'll do, I'm going to slice this up.
So our table, it's so beautiful. It looks like they brought out everything in the kitchen again with these massive portions. Let's go around the horn. We'll start with with that giant plate of buttermilk chicken, and it's served over, looks like potatoes with vegetables, and then your biscuit and gravy.
Yep. The chicken is really crispy. It's not like an overpowering flavor, but when you have it with a little bit of gravy, it's really creamy, and it's a really good balance.
Chicken's very tender and flavored very nicely. Whatever spices they use are delicious.
Yeah, I mean, we eat a lot of chicken, so we're not expecting that you're going to have a different kind of flavor when you eat chicken, even fried chicken, but it really is different in a good way. It's just, like you said, the flavoring, the seasoning, and the buttermilk, and it melts in your mouth. Oh my God.
The chicken is super, super moist, one of the things you were at. But the buttermilk, sometimes you get chicken it's all breading and it's too much. There's a little hint of that sweetness from the buttermilk. It's super tender, it's super moist, and again, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of chicken in there. But the chicken for me was so 30 seconds ago because I need to move on to, why don't we collectively hit the Duval Street burger together, although I'm sad, it's this one. It's the one with the avocado and
that's it.
The shrimp on top.
This has a lot of flavor. Was it cooked medium? I think it was cooked medium. The sauce and it just works really well together. There's a little bit of dill in there, but the avocado is really good. I'm not a fan of avocado, but this is a really good combination.
This is really good. I'm a big dill fan, and it has a really nice flavor mixed with the avocado and the meat and the shrimp on it. It's amazing, delicious.
I mean, there's actually different flavors, like as an aftertaste. After you swallowed it, I'm still tasting it in such something different. Really, really good.
And that I'm going to do a top 10 burgers in Walt Disney World. That definitely is on it because there's so many. They're not competing, but complementary flavors. You wouldn't think that avocado and the burger and the shrimp and the sauce and, oh, by the way, that pineapple coconut roll, it's just, and I think that's what it is. There's sort of that lingering flavor that has that hint of sweetness. That was delicious. We're going to need another one of those Duval Street burgers. I'm going to need one to go. I think that's phenomenal. I think that is one of the best burgers on property with our hearty helping of onion rings, too.
Yeah.
So which did she say to dip it in? Oh, she said to dip it in with her remoulade. Yes. Okay.
Want to try chicken?
Delicious, delicious. You had this is the mahi? The fish BLT. This, this is so fun when you go to a lot of people. It's like a little buffet of food.
It is nice, yeah.
I agree with her about the blackening of the fish.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when you fry a fish, you lose some of the fish flavor. Say that 3 times fast.
Fish flavor.
Where the blackening sort of draws that out. Again, on the back of the palate, you get that little bit of that smokiness. And the mahi is such a mild fish. It's not overly fishy at all.
No, I agree. The mahi being so mild, you need that other, the stuff on top, and the blackened fish is just a unique flavor when you add it to the BLT-ness of the BLT. I'll put a chip in
Yep, another delicious taste here. Exactly, the blackened part gives it a kind of powers up the flavor, and then the saltiness of the bacon with the tomato and the lettuce and everything is wonderful combination.
I think they said everything I was going to say, but one thing I'm going to add is that it almost has a salmon flavor in a little way, because I always eat salmon, and that's like the one fish I go to, but it kind of does have a little bit of that salmon aftertaste as well. I think it has a good spice to it as well.
And I think right, the spice is really, really nice, but not so much though that it detracts from the flavor of the mahi itself. Wow, that's 3 winners in a row. Like, I almost feel bad for your turkey BLT at this point because we're setting the standards pretty high.
Yep.
But she wasn't kidding when she said it's not a lot of bread and a little bit of meat. There's a lot of meat, and it's on a toasted multigrain bread.
Okay. This is how I wish every turkey club could taste. I like what she said that there's that third piece of bread. I don't know why that's there. I don't know who invented that and why that's there. But this is just a nice, full, meaty sandwich, and I love the bread. I love the flavor of the bread with it. And, of course, the bacon, the lettuce, and tomato. It's great.
Yep, it's got a good combination of crunchy and flavorful meat and lettuce and tomato and the bread. It's really good. Not your regular BLT or sandwich.
Well, I think what's nice, too, is that, sometimes when you travel in groups, you have people that are sometimes hesitant to go to certain restaurants. Oh, I don't want to go there. It's Key West food. It's whatever kind of food. But there is something for everybody. So it's a delicious sandwich that obviously is not, you don't have to worry about any sort of overpowering spices or things like that.
One thing I'm gonna mention is that whenever I get a BLT at other places, not in Disney necessarily, but I mean like maybe in my hometown, I always have an issue where the BLT is too salty. I get too much salt, and I have to put a lot of pepper on it. This is just right. I think it's actually a refreshing palate. It kind of reminds me of eating a salad in a way, but it has more of the meat, obviously. So I would say this is not as salty. I mean, actually, there's really not a crazy amount of salt I'm tasting, which is a good thing.
And she wasn't kidding about these onion rings. You have some onion rings. These onion rings are legit, and they're huge. That's the best 50 cents I ever spent in my life, to get the onion rings. You don't even need, although now I will, you don't even need to dip it in the sauces.
That's the mango sauce.
This is the one to have? Oh, you're not kidding.
I feel bad for the poor 2 things of ketchup there.
Yeah, you don't even buy, but you don't even need it. Again, the breading has such a nice flavor to it as well.
It's mango ketchup.
Yeah, that's it. It's a nice little hint of sweetness on top of the ketchup.
Yep, really good. And this is the same. Lemon lime?
That's the lime.
Key lime.
The key lime dipping sauce as well.
Dipping sauce, also really good.
But I could see, again, coming here, getting a bunch of onion rings and some of those hush puppies as an appetizer. You could make a full meal out of the appetizer. But wait, we're not done yet, because there's that giant heaping mound of shrimp and grits in the middle. So just take your fork, spoon, shovel, and just have at it.
Let's see here. A little bit of this. Oh, yeah, it is like a...
So I grew up as a kid, and we came to Florida every year, but we drove. So we spent a lot of time in the South, where I was first introduced to the concept of what a grit was, and that it wasn't just for breakfast, and that it was served with shrimp and grits. So I'm really curious to see how this compares. There's a ton of shrimp on top, as well as what looks like mushrooms and you can just stick your fork in. We're all family. So,
Trying to hold it on the...
have you had shrimp and grits before?
Yes, we do. We have it. It's a in the counter service restaurant in the French Quarter where we're staying. It's like one of their signature dishes at the Port Orleans French Quarter. So it's quite good, and it's I don't want to talk out of turn against our home, the place we're staying right now, because it is very good. But this
is creamier.
It's a little creamier.
The sauce is very, very creamy, and it's a good balance of the shrimp and the grits and the sauce. Everything blends very well together.
Oh, you have it. She's still on her chicken.
That's stuffing.
So I'm going to tell you,
potatoes.
we sort of ordered it as a bit of an afterthought. I thought that the Duval Street burger was going to be unbeatable. That might be my favorite thing on the table. It's a nice sort of softball, maybe baseball size, heaping of grits and the sauce on top. It's got all those different, not hot, but spices on top of it. A wonderful amount of shrimp. I should do this one more time just to make sure. Yeah, just to make sure this is okay. Forgive me that I'm sticking my spoon back in there again.
All good.
Now, kids, do not forget we have amazing desserts too. So, I mean,
I'm still in love with now I just took ownership of my shrimp and grits. The Duval Street burger is without a doubt top 10, possibly top 5 burgers on property. I would put it up against almost any other burger out there, but that shrimp and grits is phenomenal.
Now, those are specials that we run every few weeks. So this week we will have this special until Saturday. So
I'll see you tomorrow.
Sunday, I will be here tomorrow. It's my Friday. So Sunday through Saturday, we will have it. So please come back.
What's the price point on the shrimp and grits?
Those are 22. So.
And you were right, by the way. Give me a high five on the onion rings up top.
Yeah.
Good call. That's the best 50 cents I ever spent.
No, I don't lie. I mean, I must not. I mean, I get call tables all the time. My 6-top back here just came in just to see me. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with those chips either.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Those things are evil. But dip it in there.
Oh, dip those chips in there? Oh, well, excuse me, then I'm going to have to grab a chip then.
You dip it in ketchup.
Because if you dip in the mango ketchup.
Yeah, you can sort of like mix and match all over the place. I think for me, the shrimp and grits, and although I love that burger so much, those are sort of my, not to take anything away from the other stuff, but I think those are my top 2. What about for you?
Oh boy. I think I would have to go with the chicken. A toss-up between the chicken and your burger, and the Duval burger.
I like the shrimp and grits, but I also really liked this fish BLT. The fish on the BLT with the blackened seasoning. Oh my gosh, delicious.
It looks like you haven't even touched your chicken, and you have been eating nonstop, and there's still a ton of food left.
I know. I do like the chicken I got, but I think the burger wins. That's just me, but it's really good. That was really good.
Yeah, burger and shrimp and grits is way to go. But I'm going to finish these onion rings too because those are delicious.
So weird.
One of everything. All right.
Okay. Here's our menu.
Actually, maybe we should get
All right, so for dessert, we have some amazing items. Our banana bread pudding, Sunday. You got banana bread made in-house, scoop of ice cream, bananas Foster on top. And that is healthy because you got sliced bananas on top of that too. So, and that is one that you can definitely share. Now we got the mile marker zero. That is it's kind of for your diabetics or people that can't have a lot of sugars. It is a custard. It's a mango custard. And it's probably the best tasting custard you'll ever have. On top, yes, it doesn't even taste sugar-free. It's kind of like a mixture of a custard, jello, pudding type of, and on top of that, you've got fresh kiwi, raspberry, and a gluten-free cookie that does not taste like a cardboard. Okay. Our next is your flourless chocolate cake. The only way to describe that is you got a brownie, you got fudge, you marry them together, and you've got that. Now that is topped with fresh raspberries and a little powdered sugar. That is very, very rich. If you love chocolate, yeah, I see the smile over here. Okay, my favorite, the mascarpone cheesecake. Okay, that is made with Italian cream cheese. You cannot go wrong with Italian because I married one. That doesn't take out the trash. So your fresh fruit is your sliced apples. Now on that you have whipped cream on top of your cheesecake, and they drizzle a salted caramel drizzle on top. Okay. The last is our most known for is our key lime tart. We do not have key lime pie, we have a tart. That is a graham cracker shell. You've got your tart, they put a meringue on top, toast it, and it tastes like toasted marshmallows. Now everything that we have is healthy because here on the Disney property we do not have calories. There is no calories. Okay? All the calories is at the last bite, that's why you leave one bite left for the server. Okay. All right, so that is our desserts. Now we also have something light if you like mixed berries. You know, if you're not into the sugars or anything like that, you could do mixed berries, which is strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. They do a mixture. And ice cream. We do have ice cream here. So, okay? Well, I will let you choose. See if you would like anything. So,
you also have dessert cocktails too. A Godiva chocolate martini, a cold brew XO, and key lime pie. So I'm assuming you guys all want dessert?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So basically what we're doing at this point is we're not choosing what we want. It's processable. Like, what's the one that we don't want? Since there's 5 and there's 4 of us, unless you want to pull over a chair.
well,
if you had to eliminate one.
I know we want to do a flourless chocolate cake because I saw the look on your face. Okay, so we definitely want to do that.
The mascarpone cheesecake actually sounds good too.
I say do the cheesecake. You can't go wrong with that. And then let's go banana bread because it is amazing. And of course, we definitely have to do the key lime tart. Okay?
That works. That's awesome. Thank you.
That good? And there's 5 of us. You got to count me.
Right. Allie, you're in. So I'll need 3 forks. 1 for me, 1 for you, and the one that I'm going to drop.
You said 3. That's so cute. So you said 5. You said 5. All right. So here we have our banana bread pudding.
Are you kidding? Shut the front door. That's beautiful.
If we shut the front door, then we won't have any guests. All right, now we have our amazing chocolate cake. Your blueberries for antioxidants, just to throw it out there. We have the mascarpone cheesecake with our wonderful drizzle and our key lime tart without the bonfire for the marshmallows. All right. How does everything look?
Too good to be true.
Yes?
I thought you were going to say too good to eat, and I'm like, well, nothing looks that good, you know.
No. Enjoy. I shall be back to check on you. Can I get you coffee? I do have a cappuccino machine, espresso. No? Well,
Nope.
More for me then.
Thank you. I literally thought you were going to shed a tear when she brought that the chocolate thing out. Like, you looked so happy.
I always do that. I'm always like, we're sharing.
She's being warned that. Wait, let me take a picture of them before we all dive in. I don't even want to waste my time taking pictures. Oh, these look yummy. I hope you people are hungry. I can't believe you made me order 4 desserts. This was not my intent whatsoever. I don't know.
I wanted 5, but that was
the day's not over yet. All right, you got incredibly excited when you saw the chocolate. So, ladies' choice. We'll begin with the.
Try that.
This is. I don't remember what she said this was.
Flourless.
This is the flourless chocolate.
Flourless chocolate. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, it's warm.
She's absolutely right. It's warm. It's like taking chocolate cake and putting, what did she say? Mixed like chocolate pudding with it, or brownie with chocolate pudding, warm and soft and delicious.
It's almost like a little chocolate souffle.
Yes. It's like all the best parts of all the things we love about chocolate. Chocolate fudge, chocolate pudding, and if it all kind of got morphed together, there you go. Really good.
Is it everything you dreamed it would be and more?
Amazing. It's really good. Also, definitely try it with blueberries. They do serve it with blueberries and raspberries. If you have it at the same time, it's both sweet and like savory. It's really good.
Chocolate.
Oh, that was yummy. All right, we're dead. The chocolate's like a little chocolate souffle. It's tasty.
Yeah, but somebody left a banana.
Oh, we're not getting rid of that just yet. We'll hit that.
All right, so what is our favorite so far?
We've only done chocolate.
One. Come back in about.
One at a time.
So what is this?
Wedding tasting here?
It is. What is this one here? I don't remember.
That one would be your key lime tart.
Okay, let's go key lime.
Key lime tart.
So I could tell just by cutting through it, like it's very it's heavy. Like there's.
Ooh. Wow. Oh my goodness. I was expecting the color green somewhere, but no. Oh wow. Really the tartness, but not mixed good with the sweet.
Exactly. It's not like strong tart. It's like a really good like balance of tart. And it's like lemony. It has like a little bit of lemon in it.
It's very smooth. It is dense and smooth and creamy and delicious. Very good.
Yeah, you only get the sweetness only comes from the citrus.
Yeah.
And I like how it's got that little bit of bite, sort of in the back of the palate from it, but it's not overly sweet. This next one here, I'm saving the banana one for last. What is this third one? This is the Giada de Laurentiis mascarpone cheesecake.
Ooh. See? Yeah, I mean, she said Italian cream cheese, and I was like, okay, not sure what that means, but wow. I get what it means.
Yeah.
Really.
It's like nice and sweet, and it has that custard flavor.
It has a vanilla aftertaste to it. It's actually lighter than what was the other one we just had?
The key lime tart.
It's lighter. It's like a lighter feel to it than the key lime tart. It's delicious. Really good.
Cheesecake for me is all about texture. It's got to be, just the right amount of denseness as well as the sweetness. I love how rich and creamy it is without being overly heavy. And finally, I'm going to explode, by the way. Let's have the healthy choice, which is the banana bread. What is it? Banana bread. What's it called? Banana bread pudding cake. What is this called? I'm food drunk.
It's our banana bread pudding sundae.
Oh yeah, this is the one that came with the vanilla.
With the ice cream.
And
Yes.
But because it was warm.
Because it was so nice and warm. The ice cream melted a little, but it's very, very good. Yum.
That's my favorite because I think that's, for me personally, who's not an overly sweet person, it's the perfect balance of a little bit of sweetness from the banana with the richness of the bread. It's not overly. It's that followed by the mascarpone cheesecake, then the key lime, and then the chocolates.
Now, as you eat them, and as I, put them out for you, you can definitely share any of these, and you still feel full and satisfied at the end, depending on who you're sharing with. I mean, they could take more than they needed to. So, I mean, anytime, just come in, share, or have, an adult cocktail with it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's always something good, too. I mean, wines always go good with desserts.
And that, I think, goes to portion sizes. They are, if you're a sweet eater, you could have pounded down that chocolate thing all by yourself, couldn't you? But they are big enough to share, especially the banana bread pudding was definitely big enough to share. So
yeah, we would definitely I felt like because the banana bread pudding also includes the ice cream and it has the bananas in it, it has the caramel on top of it. It was probably the richest and most full out dessert of anything else here. But still, the other ones are no slackers there. All of them really good.
So craft for me your sort of perfect Olivia's meal.
Oh, we need the menu back.
We had a lot. We ate a lot today. You guys don't have to walk back to your resort just to sort of walk off all the calories from today. Just so you know, I live here. The whole calories in Disney thing, it's a farce. It's not. Look at me. The calories count when you're in Disney World.
Yeah, I was going to take it easy. Oh gosh, let's see, perfect meal. The
Hush puppies. Could we all agree? Maybe we start off with a little bit of hush puppies.
Conch fritters, you mean, right? Conch fritters.
Oh, sorry, right. We had conch fritters, right?
Yeah, conch fritters. Thank you.
Conch fritters.
For me, I would say, I got to go with that Duval burger.
Okay.
And dessert, the bread pudding.
And I like, the conch fritters. I really liked my fish BLT because it wasn't too heavy. And I really liked the key lime tart.
I really like the Duval burger and the cheesecake one, however you pronounce it. It was really good.
What about the appetizer? Were you good with the conch?
I think the conch was good. The conch fritters were really good.
So, as people who visit Walt Disney World, when you don't stay at Old Key West, would Olivia's be a place that you would now think about as a potential dining destination? Because I think that's really the key. Was the food good enough to say, hey, we're going to go a little bit out of our way. We're going to leave the parks early. We're going to, take a break in the middle of it. Like this, we were talking before while we weren't recording about how you go to the parks in the morning, you take the middle of the afternoon off. Like, I think this is the perfect sort of, getaway to come. You get to see another resort, spend a couple of hours having a nice meal, and then, walk it off at night.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we'll definitely walk it off at night. We have to walk tonight. No, we as we said, we vacation here each summer. Being teachers, we have a little bit of an extended time off in the summer, so we can go for a little longer. And we do make a point of never, we never go into a park all day long. It's a partial and then coming out. And so we've been able to indulge in several different resorts. But I would definitely come back here. In fact, I'm almost thinking we should come back here one more time on this trip.
You're giving me right the eyes like we're coming back here, just so you know.
Right, yes, definitely coming back. Everything was delicious, and there's other things on the menu I think that we'd like to try as well. So,
I would say I definitely would come back here. It's just the food was really good, and you just have to try it first, and we're set.
And don't forget they have breakfast too. Breakfast is lovely,
and we love our breakfast.
Yeah. So, and obviously they take discounts here. Annual pass, Tables in Wonderland. We were saying before, if you're able to get Tables in Wonderland, I think it's still one of the best deals and values and bargains that you can get especially if you're a frequent visitor here. Our server was phenomenal. I'm saying nice things about you.
Yeah.
Come here. Oh, come here. You're in trouble, young lady.
Best server.
I was just saying, the food was wonderful. The atmosphere is so comfortable and relaxing like the entire resort. But our server made the meal. You were exceptional. And now you just need to follow me on and read the menu from every restaurant because you do it so well. You had me, you sold on everything. But it is. It's. I think it's all part of the Disney dining experience. It's not just about where you are and what you eat, but how and who and how it's presented. So you're an exceptional cast member. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I like to hear good things.
And we have just determined we will all be back.
Me too.
We'll be back.
Oh my goodness! But I get paid for it. But I get paid for it. That gives me a break to me. This is my vacation. When I come to work, it's my vacation. Because I've got, like I said, I've got a preteen. I got preteens.
Yeah.
When
you need to get away.
Amen.
Yeah.
When does school go back? But I enjoy it. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I didn't enjoy it. So.
Well, it comes through, and thank you very much for helping to make such a wonderful experience for us.
A wonderful day.
Thank you. And you guys, I cannot thank you enough for doing this and for being so patient in waiting to get this. It's been 3 years since the auction.
Well, we knew from all the other ones we've heard, they were like, okay, we'll just be patient, bide our time. Yeah, it's totally worth it.
Our schedules just haven't mixed up. But you're right, some things are worth waiting for. And Olivia's and you certainly was, and I can't thank you enough for your incredibly generous. I'm going to get choked up. Your incredibly generous donation to the Dream Team, affects real people in real meaningful ways, and allowing them to be able to experience this, which we enjoy and don't take for granted, means a lot. So thank you to all of you. We need to do this again.
Absolutely.
We definitely need to do this. I mean, I need a couple of weeks to just to lose some of what, but we'll have to do this again.
All right, yeah. Well, thank you so much, Lou. You can do it with our whole band when we come in.
Let's not get crazy.
200 of us. It'll be fun. A dining review with 200 kids. Can you imagine?
Thank you so much for the good company and the great food, and just the whole day was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing this lovely food and just hanging out with us. Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome. Best day ever. We would need 4 naps to go, please. 4 naps. I need a pillow and a blankie to go, please.
We do have some pillows and our gift shop.
Maybe I'll just get a lounge chair by the pool and take a little snooze.
You have a cocktail server out there, so they can bring you. Yes, we have cocktail servers that can bring you food, drinks. So
this has been a wonderful day. Good night. It's time for our Walt Disney World Trivia Question of the Week, where I invite you to test your knowledge of Walt Disney World's history, or see how well you pay attention to the details in what you see, hear, or even eat. If you think you know the answer, you can enter for a chance to win a Disney prize package. Before we get to this week's question, we're going to go back, review last week's, and select our winner. So last week I took you to Epcot's Italy and the real Italy, and so of course the question had to be about Italy and the food. And Via Napoli has 3 wood-burning ovens where you'll find some of the best pizza, not just in Walt Disney World, but arguably in Central Florida. But there's a story behind their design because they pay tribute to the 3 active volcanoes in Italy. And the question was simply to tell me, what are the name of those 3 volcanoes and thus the 3 wood-burning ovens? I gave you a hint that one of those is a name you'll find in the Disney animated film Pinocchio. So you know, of course, that it's Etna, Vesuvio, and, from Pinocchio, Stromboli. I took all the correct entries, randomly selected one, and again, last week you were playing for all of my digital products, which include all 7 of my virtual audio walking tours of the Magic Kingdom, my 102 ways to save money for and at Walt Disney World, which you can find on Amazon, and a new WDW Radio vinyl sticker for your car or your laptop, and a WDW Radio pop socket for your phone. And last week's winner, randomly selected, is E. Bauman. So, E, congratulations. Thank you so much for playing. I'll get your prize package out to you right away. If you played last week and didn't win, that's okay, because here's your next chance to enter in this week's Walt Disney World Trivia Challenge. So I'm starving while recording this. Shocker, I know. So your question this week, again, has to be about food, and it's very simple. Tell me, where in the world can you find the Peekaboo Buffeteria? That's it. Tell me where in the world you can find the Peekaboo Buffeteria. You have until Sunday, August 12th at 11:59 p.m. Go to WDWRadio.com, click on this week's podcast, use the online entry form there. Again, you're going to play for all the digital products, the books, the audio tours, the vinyl sticker, a pop socket for your phone, and I'm also going to throw in a mystery prize for you as well. So good luck and have fun and stay hungry. That's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you for taking the time to tune in this and every week. Please don't forget to join the conversation and the community over on Facebook by going to wdwradio.com/community. Huge thanks and welcome to some of the new members of the WDW Radio Nation family, including Heather Val, Dan Noyes, Bridget Mitchell, Erin Van Quill, and Jeff Richardson. I appreciate you and the love and the support you show me and the show. And if you want to find out how you can not only help the show, but get exclusive rewards every month, like scavenger hunts. We have a private Facebook group. We'll do live video group calls, personalized Magic Band covers. I'll send you logo gear, backpacks, t-shirts, monthly care packages, and more. You can find out by going to wdwradio.com/support. And please don't forget that a portion of your contribution does go to the Dream Team Project to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of America. And through the show, I don't want to just talk to you. I want to talk with you. I want to hear from you. So if you have a question you want me to answer on the show, you can email me, lou@wdwradio.com. Call the voicemail, be heard on the air at 407-900-9391. You can also connect with me, talk with me on social. I am at Lou Mongello on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. It's also my personal profile on Facebook. And again, our community is wdwradio.com/community. Of course, nothing beats a handshake and a hug. That's why I continue to do monthly meetups in Walt Disney World. Our next meet of the month is actually going to be this week, and it's going to be something a little bit different because we're going to combine a few of the things that I love into one single event. Because this Wednesday, August 8th, we're going to meet at 6:30 p.m. in Disney Springs at the Smokehouse at the House of Blues Orlando. That is their counter service dining location where you can sit outside and meet, eat, and say hi. Then at 7:30, I'm going to go live for our regular Wednesday night live video broadcast on Facebook. And then I invite you to join us at 8 o'clock at the AMC Dine-In Theater as we all go see Disney's Christopher Robin for the 8 p.m. show in Auditorium 12. Don't forget, if you are planning on coming to the movies, you are responsible for purchasing your own tickets in advance through the theater's website or at fandango.com. For more information to RSVP, just let us know that you're coming. You can go to wdwradio.com/events. That'll take you to our Facebook events page where you can find out more, not just about this, but other events in Walt Disney World and on the road, including our on-the-road meetups Saturday, August 25th at Noblesville, Indiana, and Sunday in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And stay tuned, I'm going to have information about our Save the Date event for September 21st through the 23rd coming out probably this week. Speaking of upcoming events, my Momentum Weekend Workshop in Walt Disney World, October 6th and 7th, now has only about 5 seats left. It is a 2-day workshop for entrepreneurs, business owners to help you turn what you love into what you do. To find out more, visit loumongello.com. I'm going to have a full speaker and schedule announcement coming out this week. But again, there are only 5 out of the 50 spots still available. And while you're at loumongello.com, you can find out how I can maybe work with you one-on-one or in small group mastermind coaching to help you turn that thing that you love into that thing that you do. Thanks as always to MouseFan Travel, my official and recommended travel provider. No matter where you're going in the world, I just had a wonderful, amazing, memorable weekend at Disney's Vero Beach Resort, thanks to MouseFan Travel. So whether you're coming to World, Land, Vero, Cruise, or anywhere on the planet, they can help you with all available discounts, all at no cost to you. Go visit celebrationspress.com to find out how you can subscribe and order back issues to Celebrations Magazine. And as always, my friend, and you are my friend. It is not just a line I say. It is something that I feel. It is something that I believe and something that I mean. And all I ask is that if you like the show, please help spread the word. Let others know about it. Share a link to this or your favorite episode on Twitter or Facebook. And if you can, take just 30 seconds to rate and review the show over on iTunes. It's incredibly helpful. I want to thank Eric and Ashley, who says, Lou's awesome. My wife and I love listening to the show. His podcast helps us get our Disney fix on in between trips. He's a friend we've never actually met. See? And with all the negativity in the world, it's great to listen to his fun and positive podcast. Keep doing what you do, Lou. G. Kess says it's a truly excellent podcast. I almost said that like in a Wayne's World voice. Whether you're planning a trip to any Disney park, wanting to learn more about Disney history, or just looking for an hour of fun, listening to someone who lives life and with joy and kindness in his heart, then just sit back, relax, and enjoy Lou Mongello's WDW Radio podcast. More than a decade in, Lou's podcast continues to be one of the shining examples of how this intimate medium can make it feel like you're having a conversation with a friend, even while it's being broadcast to thousands around the world. Lou's an eloquent speaker, and his podcasts are produced fabulously. Wow, thank you. It's a joy to listen to in the car, at night, or whenever I need the soothing balm of someone speaking well about something they love. Wow, G. Kess, thank you so much. PRL7677 says, it's a huge Disney fix. I've been listening to Lou since 2008. Wow, that's a long time. And it's totally changed my perspective as a Disney fan. Lou knows his stuff, and his shows have made a huge impact on trip planning. From helpful advice, tips, to backstory about the attractions, areas, and even food, his guests are always helpful and fun to listen to as well. There's a reason he is the best in the business. Wow. PRL7677, G. Kess, Eric, and Ashley, thank you all so very much. I really sincerely appreciate. Wow, I'm a little choked up. I sincerely appreciate your kind words. I don't read these before I actually start recording them. If you want to leave a review for the show, just search for it in iTunes or go to wdwradio.com/iTunes. It'll give you instructions and a link to take you right there. Finally, most importantly, thank you. I love and appreciate you, and those are not just words. It is what I feel in my heart and the gratitude I have for you every single day. And if there's some way that I can help you to repay that favor and that gift that you've given me, shoot me a message and let me know. And remember, like, you don't find happiness. You go out and you create it on your own. Don't wait for somebody or something to give it to you. So get out there, go do what you love each and every day. You will make yourself happier, and you'll make the world a little bit of a better place along the way. Thank you again. I hope that this is your best week ever. So until next time, see ya.
Hi, Lou Mongello. This is Anna Collins from Abilene, Texas. I was just calling to say thank you so much for your awesome episode with Ashley Eckstein. I'm going to tear up. I actually cried listening to it, just hearing her passion about being a woman in business, and then just her integrity with how she wants to approach being a role model for children, especially, young girls, and being a woman in business and a woman in the Disney culture. Anyway, I randomly had a thought. I would love to hear from Becky and maybe other women you've had on your show, and if you could do a woman's experience panel and just pick their brains about what it's like with Becky being a business leader, because she's so good at what she does, and I would just love to hear her stories. And then just I love hearing your wife talk. I'd love to hear from your wife about her experience as your wife and what that's like, organizing your home and organizing just all the crazy adventures you go on and, with the kids. Anyway, and stuff like that. I know there's other wonderful women you've had that you've interviewed. I just can't think of names right now. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, and I just hope you have a great day and keep up the good work.
Hey, Lou, this is Scott from St. Louis. I just got done listening to the show 525, and I figured I'd give you a buzz. You're talking about the last 10 years or so, and you asked, what was your big deal? Well, for me, it's Disney never, like you said, resting on its laurels. I've been going to Disney multiple times a year since 1992. My first visit was in 79. And the fact that it gives me a reason to come back multiple times a year still after 30 plus years is awesome. I've been going down there so often, and I've never been to Universal. Here where I live in St. Louis, you can actually see a Six Flags theme park from my back deck, and I haven't been there in 10 years just because Disney is so awesome, and just love the service and love everything they do. Keep it a good work with your podcast, and you have a good one. Bye.
Hey Lou, it's Christine Morrison again from Flowertown, PA. I'm spending the day cleaning and listening backwards on the podcast. So, I just listened to number 264 with Chuck Lionberger, I believe his name is, about kid things to do, extra things outside the parks that you can do with your kids. And you wanted us to call in and talk about ones that we have done. So, boy, there's a list. I did have my kids do archery and kayaking, and we've done the Pirate League with Jake, and you could get made up as Jake from Jake and the Neverland Pirates. My one son did that, and my oldest son just got made up as a regular pirate. My daughter did Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and loved it. My sister's kids did one of the pirate boat adventures from the yacht club, loved it. My nephew went and got his hair cut on Main Street. Boy, did he look spiffy. We've done, miniature golf at Fantasia Gardens, which was a lot of fun. On the 16th hole, my husband, not at the time, said, if I get a hole in one, I'll love you forever. And guess what? He got a hole in one on hole 16. And, well, we're still together 22 years later. So, the magic of Disney, right? We have also, what else have we done? We have done some of the dinners, like the luau, and we have done the Whoop-de-Doo review. So there's just a ton of stuff outside the parks that you can do. And we have had a wonderful time. We've done a little bit of lounge hopping from like Geyser Point to Trader Sam's, and enjoyed that. And gosh, lots of other things. So I want everybody to tell Lou all your extracurricular activities you have done outside the parks in Disney. Some unique things. Let's hear them. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Enjoy. Take care. See you tonight in the box. Bye.
Happy birthday, Lou Mangello. It's Darlene Yagi from West Seneca, New York, calling in to make your birthday wishes hopefully come true in the upcoming year and years. And I know Keith said, welcome to the club. And our countdown is now 56 days away until we're back down in Walt Disney World and in Florida. Then you have 63 days until that Momentum meetup. I wish I was going to be able to stay for that, but we leave the day it starts. And then you have now only 4 days which is going to be absolutely amazing. And I wish I could go to that, but I will live vicariously through your pictures on Facebook and the review afterwards. 435 days. It's going to be absolutely amazing and wonderful. I hope you had a wonderful birthday and a wonderful birthday week and weekend. I wish you the best. Love, hugs, and everyone stay positive as Lou always says. That's Darlene Hagee from West Seneca, New York.
I'm so rumbly in my tumbly, time to munch an early luncheon, hung-da-dee-dum-dum.